Welcome, and thank you for your interest in the Central Montana Transportation Study. In this video, we'll provide background information, explain our planning process, and walk you through the major components of the study. So what is this study all about, and why are we doing it? The Montana Department of Transportation, or MDT, is developing the Central Montana Transportation Study to create a long-term management plan addressing anticipated impacts from planned development and military activities in the region. This is what is called a pre-NEPA and MEPA planning study, which essentially means that we're in the initial planning and assessment phase before environmental compliance associated with the National and Montana Environmental Policy Acts is conducted for specific projects. This is a collaborative effort that includes input from MDT, the Federal Highway Administration, military representatives, local governments, resource agencies, and the public. Our goal is to identify regional transportation needs and potential solutions to accommodate future growth and development activities and ensure infrastructure resiliency in central Montana. One major driver of this study is the U.S. Air Force Sentinel project to modernize and replace the Minuteman III intercontinental ballistic missile system. As part of the Sentinel project, Malmstrom Air Force Base is preparing for construction, including on-base improvements as well as off-base upgrades related to missile facilities and associated utility corridors. Additionally, workforce hubs and temporary laydown areas are anticipated in surrounding communities to support off-base construction. These military activities will impact regional transportation infrastructure, so it's important to plan ahead and proactively identify potential impacts. Another major development is the arrival of Vacam, a German manufacturing company that is planning to build a new American operational facility near the Lewistown Airport. Their Big Sky project was planned to break ground in late 2025, with operations expected to begin in 2027, although timelines are subject to change based on market conditions. The company is expected to bring a sizable number of permanent jobs to the area, which could affect the transportation system in and around Lewistown. The Central Montana Transportation Study is a planning effort, meaning that it's happening before MDT conducts project development, design, funding, or construction. While the study will result in a list of recommended improvements, no specific projects or funding are in place yet. Public involvement is essential to this process and will continue engaging communities to ensure local perspectives are considered. Here's a quick overview of how MDT will complete the study. First, we're conducting an inventory of existing environmental resources and documenting traffic, safety, and infrastructure conditions as they are today. Next, we'll analyze how the system is expected to perform in the future, given projected growth and activities such as the Sentinel project and regional development. From there, we'll identify the region's key transportation needs, recommend ways to address those needs, and then prioritize the most important projects for future implementation. The overall study area spans 9 counties in central Montana, where military activities and development are expected to take place. Within the region, our focus will be on MDT roads and bridges that provide access to military facilities that may be impacted during missile replacement activities. We're also considering local roads and bridges identified by stakeholders as being important to regional connectivity and resilience. The goal is to understand how planned development will affect traffic, safety, and infrastructure across the entire region. In addition to this regional focus, we're conducting more detailed analysis in 5 specific subareas, which we'll cover next. One of the first priorities in the study has been the development of an access management plan near Malmstrom Air Force Base. This sub-area covers 57th Street South in Great Falls from the base entrance to US 87 and then continues along US 87 to the junction of Highwood Road and Stockett Road. We're addressing congestion, capacity, and safety concerns related to base activities and other development by recommending changes to how access points along these roads are managed. This work is nearly complete. We have collected data, met with stakeholders, and made initial recommendations. Now we're seeking public and agency feedback before finalizing the plan. A draft of the plan is posted on the MDT website for those interested in reviewing. In the Lewistown area, we're evaluating both MDT routes and local roads within the urban boundary. This includes assessing the impacts of the Vacum development, the Sentinel project, and other expected growth in the area. We're evaluating both short and long-term transportation needs and identifying potential improvements to support a safe, efficient, and multimodal transportation network. In Great Falls, we're building on the foundation of the recently completed Long-Range Transportation Plan. We'll focus on MDT routes likely to be affected by the Sentinel project and the expansion of Malmstrom Air Force Base. We're working closely with military partners to understand construction plans and timelines so we can effectively plan for and mitigate transportation impacts. The Old Havre Highway subarea includes Old Havre Highway and 15th Street Northeast from 25th Avenue Northeast to the junction with US 87, and then continues along US 87 north to Great Bear Avenue. These roads form a complex corridor with operational and safety issues that affect daily travel. We're exploring improvements to traffic flow, infrastructure conditions, and overall safety. The final portion of the study covers a 7-mile stretch of US 87 from the junction with US 89 at the Armington Junction rest area to the Cascade Judith Basin County line. The corridor runs alongside Otter Creek and is adjacent to a railroad, which present constraints for improvements. Current infrastructure challenges and safety issues are expected to worsen with increased traffic from the Sentinel project, so we're evaluating options now. Let's take a moment to talk about the study schedule. As mentioned earlier, the Access Management Plan was prioritized early on and is currently in draft review. We've also developed a draft environmental scan, and we're working on reports documenting both existing and projected transportation conditions for the full 9-county study area, as well as the smaller sub-areas. Next, we'll identify regional transportation needs and propose solutions tailored to each sub-area. Public outreach will be ongoing throughout the study. Our first round of public outreach is happening in June, and we expect to hold at least 2 more public events as the study continues. We'll also continue to meet regularly with stakeholders, study partners, and resource agencies as the study progresses. The schedule is intended to be flexible, allowing us to adapt as new information and challenges arise. A reminder that the draft Access Management Plan is available on MDT's website. We welcome your feedback by July 18th to be considered before the plan is finalized. You'll also find the draft environmental scan for the full 9-county study area, which provides important context about the environmental resources we need to consider as we develop transportation improvements. To stay informed and get involved, we encourage you to explore the study website and share your input. If you have any questions or comments, please reach out to Sarah Nicolai, the Consultant Project Manager, or Jackson Lang with MDT. Contact information is listed here and on the website at mdt.mt.gov/pubinvolve/centralmt. Thanks again for your time, and we look forward to hearing from you.